بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. محاضرتنا اليوم راح تكون عن الفلورايد. But before the lecture, I would like to talk about the current status in Iraq especially and in the world in general. COVID-19 is a pandemic, infectious and life-threatening disease. The public health advice to help to prevent coronavirus infection is by washing your hands frequently with soap and water. If this is not available, you can use a hand gel that contains at least 60% alcohol. Cover the mouth if coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Avoid touching your face. Keep surfaces clean with the use of a household disinfectant. Sodium hypochlorite that can be diluted can be used for this purpose. Stop shaking hands and keep a safe distance. Social distancing for people to decrease the spread and reduce the contact between sick and healthy individuals and avoid crowded places. Please stay at home. Now we will return to our lecture. A fluoride is a trace element, and it is the compound form of a fluorine. It is a halogen, and it is a very reactive gas. It is not found in free elemental form in nature. الفلور راح ينتمي الهالوجينات اللي تكون كلش reactive. Meaning of halogen, it has the capability of formation of a salt. فالفلورايد has been approved to be very effective in reduction of dental caries. This has been approved by different types of studies. Major sources of fluoride include water, foods, drugs, and finally pollution. The water. Fresh and seawater can sometimes contain a fluoride in them, and in addition to that, artesian wells يعني الآبار الارتوازية. The foods. Some foods can contain fluorides in them, especially seafood like fish. In addition to tea contains a fluoride in it, but the presence of sugar will overwhelm or reduce the preventive effect of the fluoride in the tea. Some drugs can contain fluorides, such as diuretics, fluorosteroids, and sometimes general anesthesia. 4. In cases of pollution, in industrial areas, water, soil, and air could become polluted and have from 25 to 1,000 times more than the normal. In order to have an efficient effect, fluoride should be implemented in the water and in the drinks or in the tablet with a concentration of 1 part per million. I mean 1 milligram per liter. Metabolism, absorption, and distribution. The major site of absorption is in the stomach. Some studies of animals suggest that intestinal absorption also can occur. يعني بالمعدة أكثر شيء الامتصاص، وبعض الحالات أيضا بالأمعاء. In cases of being when the fluoride is present in the water, there is 100% absorption, while in case if it is present in the food, 50 to 80% absorption can occur. Carious enamel may take up to 10 times more fluoride compared with the adjacent healthy enamel to inhibit expansion of the carious lesion. A fluoride will reduce the prevalence and severity of dental caries, and this can occur by topical and systemic methods. Relative safety. Low and moderate intake results in skeletal fluorosis, mottling of the enamel, osteosclerosis اللي نعني بها hardening of bone, exostosis which is bony projections, and calcification of the ligaments. الأربطة راح تبدي تتكلس. This picture shows us the mottling of the enamel. From normal teeth, you can see slight flakes increasing in intensity until we reach brown and dark discoloration with sometimes hypoplastic developmental defects in the enamel in the severe cases. Indications for fluoride. 1. Caries active individuals, children, shortly after period of tooth eruption. 3. Those that are taking medications that reduce the salivary flow or have received radiation to the head and neck. جماعة الإشعاع بالإضافة إلى الأدوية اللي تقلل لنا إفراز اللعاب. After periodontal surgery, when roots of the teeth have been exposed. Patients with fixed or removable prostheses and after placement or replacement of the restorations. Patients that have an eating disorder or are undergoing a change in lifestyle which may affect eating or oral hygiene habits that will lead to good oral health. Finally, mentally and physically challenged individuals. كلها هذه all of these are considered as indications for fluoride therapy. Fluoride delivery methods. First of all, we have the systemic fluorides, and secondly, there are topical fluorides. What are the differences between the two? Topical fluorides are those that are placed directly on the surfaces of the teeth, while the systemic ones circulating through the bloodstream are incorporated into the developing teeth. The topical fluorides are some preparations that will provide high or low concentrations of a fluoride over a short period of time. الفترة تكون كلش قصيرة of the topical application of the fluorides, while systemic ones there is a low concentration of a fluoride over a long period of time. Types of systemic fluorides. Community water fluoridation, school water fluoridation, fluoridated salts, fluoridated milk or fruit juice, fluoridated tablets, drops or lozenges. Lozenges يعني هاي المصاص. Fluoride incorporated into the lozenge in order to obtain the topical and even a systemic effect. Some fluoride compounds and concentrations that are usually used in different systemic fluoride methods. We've got water fluoridation. The concentration of the fluoride that is added is between 0.7 to 1.2 milligram per liter. يعني من 0.7 إلى 1.2 part per million. عادة راح ينضاف الصوديوم فلورايد or hydrofluorosilicate or sodium fluorosilicate. Fluoridated salt, sodium fluoride or potassium fluoride can be added with concentration من 250 from 250 to 350 part per million. Fluoridated milk, sodium fluoride or disodium monofluorophosphate 5 milligram per liter. And the fluoride supplements, it could be drops, tablets or lozenges. As we said before, material that is added is either sodium fluoride, APF, acidulated phosphate fluoride, potassium fluoride, calcium fluoride. The concentrations from 0.25 to 1 milligram per day. This will depend upon different factors that we will talk about later. Pre-requirements of water fluoridation. Presence of caries in the community. 2. Level of fluoride concentrations in the drinking water. يعني ما ممكن إنه منطقة بها optimum fluoride نجي نعمل بها مشروع لفلورة المياه. Centralized water supply to the community يعني أكو piped water supply. Community acceptance or approval موافقة المجتمع أو المنطقة اللي إحنا بيها. Installation and maintenance cost تكاليف لوضع الفلورة بالمياه بالإضافة إلى الإدامة. Water fluoridation can be simply defined as upward adjustment of a concentration of a fluoride in public water supplies in a way that the concentration of a fluoride ion in the water may be constantly maintained at 1 part per million by weight to prevent dental caries with minimal possibility of causing dental fluorosis. فراح ينضاف للماء الفلورايد، عنصر الفلورايد راح ينضاف للماء بطريقة بحيث انه المياه راح يطلع بيها 1 part per million، وقلنا اكو فد variation between 0.7 to 1.2 بالنسبة للمناطق الحارة والباردة حسب استهلاك المياه. بالمناطق الحارة راح يتقلل الفلور إلى 0.7 because of the continued and frequently consumed water throughout the day. كميات كثيرة بالإضافة إلى أن الإيفابوريشن التبخر راح يسوي لنا زيادة بالتركيز بالفلورايد بالمياه. Advantages of water fluoridation. First of all, it is very effective in reduction of dental caries, 50 to 60%. As an example, إذا كان عندنا مثلا المين DMFT value 10 after water fluoridation it will fall to 5 or 4. ليش؟ لأن كان reduction 50 إلى 60%. It is safe, low cost, ease of its implementation. The benefits of a fluoride reach to the entire population regardless of their socio-economic status, educational status, and the area of residence. 6. No cooperative effort is required by the individual other than consuming water supplies, and it will save a human suffering from toothache. Disadvantages of water fluoridation. Interferes with the human rights. Other methods of delivery of fluoride are not considered. Centralized water supplies and piped water should be present. فهذا بعض الحالات راح يأثر لنا على حقوق الإنسان. بعض المناطق there are some individuals that will reject the presence of the fluoride in their water supplies, claiming that it can cause diseases and other conditions they do not want to have. School water fluoridation. فبالمياه مال المدرسة ممكن إنه نضع الفلورايد. The amount of fluoride added in school drinking water should be greater than normal because children have to stay in the school for a short period of time in the day and to compensate for holidays and vacations. كمية أو التركيز للفلورا بالمياه مال المدرسة راح تكون أكثر من النورمال من 1 part per million، لأن الأطفال راح يبقون بالمدرسة لفترات قليلة جزء من النهار، وحتى نعوض عن العطل والأعياد وإنه عمر الأطفال راح يكون 6 سنين، وبوقت ما راح يدخلون إلى المدرسة بصف أول ابتدائي. There is no fear of dental fluorosis. The sixes and the centrals have all erupted or are just about to erupt. The current recommended regime for school water fluoridation is adding 4.5 times more fluoride compared with the community water fluoridation. هو عادة بين 3 إلى 5 parts per million راح ينحط بالمدرسة بالschool water supplies. Disadvantages of school water fluoridation. First, children do not receive the benefits until they go to school. هاي مثل ما حكينا قلنا إنه الأطفال ما راح يستفادون من فلورة المياه اللي بالمدرسة إلى عمر 6 سنين. Not all children go to schools that have school water fluoridation programs, and the amount of water intake by the child cannot be regulated. In cases of the systemic fluoride, banning of water fluoridation schemes has occurred in many countries. Lawsuits filed in courts in many of the developed countries against water fluoridation as it interferes with the human rights. A fluoridated salt, where here fluoride is going to be incorporated into the salt. Salt fluoridation is a controlled addition of a fluoride, usually sodium or potassium fluoride, during the manufacture of salt for human consumption. Advantages of the fluoridated salt. First of all, it is safe. Theoretically, fluoridated salt prevents dental caries by both systemic as well as topical actions. It does not require community water supply as in fluoridation. It permits individuals to accept it or reject it. بحالة الcommunity water fluoridation, all of the individuals are forced to take the fluoridated water if it is present. هوني اكو فقط اختيار، ممكن انه الفرد او الشخص يدخل الى المحل وياخذ ملح مفلور او ملح اعتيادي بدون فلورايد according to his beliefs. It is characterized by being low in cost, and fluoridated salt and iodized salt can be made available to the population. It's easy to consume. Disadvantages. There may be large variations in salt intake in different groups of people. راح اكو اختلافات كمية الملح اللي تؤخذ من قبل الأشخاص. Also, salt consumption is lowest when the need is for fluoride is greatest, such as in early years of life during infancy. You know, the primary food for children is the milk, so the child doesn't benefit from the fluoridated salt only when he begins to eat. Difficulties arise when there are multiple drinking water sources which have a naturally optimal or excessive fluoride concentrations. It requires refined salt produced with modern technology and a high level of technical expertise. The current view data, high salt intake may contribute to hypertension. إذا واحد إنه أنا مود ياخذ يعني ال advantages of the fluoridated salt take and consumes large amounts, he can become hypertensive. Fluoridated milk and fruit juice. Ziegler, which is a pediatrician who started the first project with fluoridated milk in Switzerland in 1953. Because milk is recommended as a good food for infants and children, It has been considered as a suitable way for supplying children with fluoride in areas without fluoride in the water. فضافوا الفلور إلى الميلك، إلى الحليب، بالإضافة إلى العصائر. Fluoridated milk is given under supervision in the school in order to control the amount of milk consumed by each child. حتى لا مثلا واحد ياخذ حصة الثاني أو مثلا واحد ما يشرب والآخر يشرب double. The bioavailability of a fluoride is not reduced by the milk. Fluoridated milk keeps a permanently low level of ionized fluoride within the oral cavity, and it will promote remineralization, so it will have a topical and systemic effect. As in case of fruit juice, incorporation of the fluoride into the juice is also available and is considered as an efficient method to deliver the advantages of systemic fluorides to the children. ممكن إنه يضاف بالعصائر in order for the children to benefit from it. Fluoride supplements. There are different forms such as fluoride tablets, drops, and lozenges على شكل حب أو قطرات أو مثل ما قلنا مصاص. The instructions of fluoride supplements that are given in case of tablets, the tablets should be crushed in between the teeth. نسحقها بالثم. هاي الانستركشنز اللي ننطيها للطفل أو لأهله in order to obtain a topical and a systemic effect. فهسه شفنا بالكلام كله على systemic fluorides. They can have a topical and a systemic effect. Topical due to contact of the fluoridated materials with the surfaces of the teeth, and the systemic as it goes through the blood circulation. Fluoride tablets, drops, or lozenges are not available over the counter, but they should be prescribed either by a dentist or a pediatrician to individual patients, or as a part of school or home-based preventive dentistry programs. يا كجزء من برنامج بالمدرسة أو بالبيت، برنامج وقائي، الطبيب هو اللي يحدده. Most commonly used is sodium fluoride, although other compounds such as APF, acidulated phosphate fluoride, potassium fluoride, or calcium fluoride, tablets, drops, or lozenges can be present. Supplements contain measured amounts of fluoride. فعندنا ربع مليغرام، نص مليغرام, and 1 milligram. 0.25 milligram, 0.5 milligram, and 1 milligram. We will come to the dosage that is given to the child. They should be taken on a daily basis according to the prescribed dosage schedule. فهوني نشوف الربع مليغرام. The drops, there is 0.5 milligram, and this other tablet, there is 1 milligram. Different doses of the fluoride that is present in the tablets or the drops or even the lozenges. It will depend upon the following table. كمية الفلور اللي راح نوصفها تعتمد على عدة شغلات. This is the ADA approved table 1994. It depends upon the age of the child, the concentration of the fluoride in the public water supplies, and if the child is taking other fluoride supplements. So you can see here there is less than 0.3 part per million of fluoride in the drinking water, 0.3 to 0.6 part per million, and greater than 0.6 part per million. احنا حكينا قلنا انه اذا ال 0.7 نوبات انه ينضاف للماء للفلور، فاذا ال greater than 0.6 there is no supplement given to the child. Another note is from birth to 6 months of age, the child should not take a fluoride supplements. شوفوا كلها zero from birth to 6 months. In case of the fluoride present in the drinking water at a range between 0.3 to 0.6 part per million, we can see that there is from 6 months to 3 years there is no supplement given, and from 3 to 6 years we give 0.25 milligram, and later on from 6 to 16 0.5 milligram is given per day. الجدول اللي احنا نمشي عليه بالنسبة لبلدنا العراق يحتوي كمية الفلور اللي موجودة بالمياه مال الأنهار أقل من 0.3 part per million. فإذا احنا راح نمشي على first here the first part of this table, less than 0.3 part per million, which includes from birth to 6 months there is no fluoride supplements given. From 6 months to 3 years we give 0.25 milligram. From 3 to 6 years 0.5 milligram, and finally from 6 to 16 years 1 milligram can be given per day. The correct dose is based on, as we said before, concentration of the fluoride موجود، كمية الفلورايد اللي موجودة بالمياه، the age of the child, and the presence of other fluoride supplements. A thing we should put in mind is not more than 1 milligram of a fluoride should be ingested each day for all available systemic sources. ما ينعطي أكثر من 1 ملغرام لكل طفل أكثر شيء بالنسبة للسيستميك. Many reports have been found describing the effectiveness of a fluoride tablets or drops. These fell into two groups or two categories. Children those that were the fluoride supplements was given at home and was started before school age. يعني الفلورايد supplements عطوهم بالبيت وقبل عمر المدرسة، واعتيادي الفئة الثانية school-based programs. Those where fluoride tablets was given on a school day, usually without additional supplements of fluoride during the holiday or before school age. بس بوقت المدرسة هاي نسميها school-based fluoride programs. Topical fluoride products. There are two types, either professionally applied or that self-applied. Professionally applied, these were introduced by Bibi in 1942, dispensed by dental professional in the dental office, and usually involves use of high concentration products ranging from 5,000 to 20,000 parts per million. A dental professional apply them to the child. It should contain high concentrations of a fluoride ranging from 5,000 إلى حد 20,000 part per million. عندنا gels, solutions, foams, other types. The self-applied. These include fluoride dentifrice. What do we mean by dentifrice? Fluoridated toothpaste, mouth rinses, and home applied gels. These are low fluoride concentration products ranging from 200 to 1000 parts per million. شوفوا هون التراكيز للفلورايد راح تكون كلش قليلة، بين 200 إلى 1000 part per million. Thank you for listening. This is the end of the lecture.